Welcome back to Color Vistas. Today we're diving into a really exciting area of sublimation printing, 3D sublimation designs. If you're looking to add depth and a unique, eye-catching effect to your sublimation projects, this video is for you. I'll be explaining what 3D sublimation is, how it works, and how you can get started creating your own 3D designs. By the end, you'll be ready to bring a whole new dimension to your sublimation prints. Let's get started. 3D sublimation designs are a creative way to add depth, texture, and a multi-dimensional effect to items like phone cases, mugs, and even apparel. Unlike traditional flat sublimation, which transfers a single two-dimensional image, 3D sublimation involves designs that wrap around the entire surface of an object, giving it a more immersive, realistic effect. This approach works especially well on items that naturally have a three-dimensional shape, like drinkware, tech accessories, and custom decor pieces. The core of 3D sublimation is similar to regular sublimation, but with a few key differences. Standard sublimation printing typically uses a flat heat press, ideal for shirts, flat metal sheets, and other two-dimensional surfaces. But for 3D sublimation, we need specialized equipment to make sure the design wraps smoothly around curved or multi-sided objects. This is where a 3D vacuum heat press comes in. Unlike a flat press, a 3D vacuum heat press uses a vacuum chamber to apply heat and pressure evenly around every contour of the item. This allows the sublimation ink to bond with all parts of the surface, creating a continuous wraparound effect that truly brings the design to life. So, what do you need to get started with 3D sublimation? First, you'll need a 3D vacuum heat press, which is designed to handle complex shapes and provide even pressure from all angles. The press should have settings for both time and temperature, so you can adjust it based on the item and sublimation paper you're using. You'll also need a sublimation printer loaded with sublimation ink, as well as high-quality sublimation paper to print your designs. Make sure you choose items with a polymer coating or a high polyester content, as this will allow the sublimation ink to bond effectively and produce vibrant results. Before jumping into the printing process, start by designing your 3D sublimation artwork. Consider how the design will look when wrapped around a three-dimensional object. For example, if you're sublimating a phone case, make sure the design aligns properly with the edges, camera cutout, and button placement. Software tools like Photoshop or Illustrator are great for creating these designs, as they allow you to precisely position each element and even preview how it might look on the object. Be sure to mirror the design before printing, as sublimation requires a reversed image for accurate transfer. Once your design is ready, print it onto sublimation paper using sublimation ink. Cut the design to fit the shape of your object as precisely as possible. For items like phone cases or tumblers, a snug fit will help ensure that the design wraps smoothly and transfers evenly. Use heat-resistant tape to secure the design in place. This prevents any shifting during the transfer process, which is particularly important in 3D sublimation, where even a small misalignment can disrupt the final look. Now, it's time to set up the 3D vacuum heat press. Different items and materials will require different time and temperature settings, so check your equipment guidelines and adjust accordingly. Typically, settings around 360 degrees for 6 to 8 minutes work well for most items, but always refer to the specific instructions for your press. Place the item with the taped design into the vacuum press, ensuring that it's centered and positioned for an even transfer. Close the press and activate the vacuum seal. The vacuum pressure will press the design snugly against every surface of the item, allowing for a smooth, continuous transfer. After the set time has passed, carefully open the press and allow the item to cool slightly before handling it. As with regular sublimation, the item will be hot, so give it a few moments before peeling off the sublimation paper. Slowly and carefully peel back the paper to reveal your design. You should see a vibrant, crisp 3D effect that wraps around the item seamlessly. Check the entire surface to ensure even transfer, looking out for any areas that may need additional attention next time. One of the best aspects of 3D sublimation is the flexibility it provides. You can create custom phone cases with wraparound graphics, mugs with designs that flow around the entire surface, and even products like keychains and USB covers. This technique allows for truly immersive, eye-catching designs that go beyond what standard flat sublimation can achieve. When using 3D sublimation, the key is to visualize the design in its final wrapped form and ensure that it enhances the natural shape of the item. 3D sublimation is not only visually striking, but also highly durable. Since the ink bonds with the material, it becomes part of the object, resulting in a design that won't peel, fade, or crack over time. This durability makes 3D sublimation perfect for everyday items like mugs, phone cases, and accessories that see a lot of handling. With proper care, these designs can last years, making them a fantastic option for custom merchandise, gifts, and personal projects. Now, a few tips for achieving the best results. Make sure you use high-quality sublimation paper and ink, as lower-quality materials can impact the color and clarity of the final design. Also, always check the fit of the sublimation paper around the item before placing it in the press. The tighter the fit, the more seamless the transfer will be, and the fewer adjustments you'll need during pressing. Lastly, practice makes perfect. Working with a 3D vacuum press may take some getting used to, especially when managing different shapes and sizes, so don't be afraid to experiment with sample items before moving on to your main projects. And that's everything you need to know to get started with 3D sublimation designs. This technique opens up so many creative possibilities, allowing you to add stunning, wraparound graphics to everyday items and give your projects a professional, high-quality finish. Whether you're creating for fun or for business, 3D sublimation can help your designs stand out in a whole new way. Give it a try and see how adding that extra dimension can transform your custom items. Thank you for joining me today. Be sure to check out the description for recommended sublimation products and other helpful resources where applicable. Don't forget to visit my website for more guides and tips on sublimation. Link in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your own 3D sublimation projects in the comments. I'd love to see what you come up with. See you in the next video.